All right, let's get this going though for you. Sign the new deal, 3 years, 16.8. What was that day like where you get, your first really significant NHL contract and get to put pen to paper?
Yeah, it was really big. Obviously for my family and for myself. They were all proud of me, and I have them to thank for a lot. So, happy to get that deal done. I wanted to stay here in San Jose, so I'm happy for that.
Do you have a first purchase or something first that you're like, all right, got to go do this?
I bought a house actually
in
Sweden. So, yeah, it was pretty nice. Bought a house, so now I can have my friends and family over there.
You're kind of the first Shark of this wave to sign an extension. What do you hope that shows the Eklunds and the Wills and everyone else coming behind you? What is possible?
Yeah, I hope, obviously they want to get something good going on here, and that's my hope too, and that's why I wanted to, sign here, because I think we have something really good going on, and I think they think the same as me. So I just hope that. You're now kind of one of the veterans of this bunch now as you move forward. What did you like about what Mike Greer brought into the group here? I liked a lot that he brought in some demons that can really move the puck well, and I think that's something we need too. And he brought in some really skilled forwards too, and guys who does the really hard work. So I'm happy with that, and I'm really excited to see all our guys work together. What do you think needs to take place now for you guys to take that next step? You were in a lot of games last year. It looked better, but still the results weren't where you wanted it to go. Yeah, like you said, we looked better, but those close games, I don't know how many were, but it was a bunch. And those close games has to turn into wins. We can't be fine with losing. We can't be satisfied with that. We got to go to the next game. We got to win games. We got to lose some games sometimes, but we got to get better and win more games. You've had back-to-back career years, your first 2 seasons in the NHL full years. That's what you want, right? Yeah. But now you've solidified yourself as a top winger. Now what do you need to do to take the next step in your career? I think obviously those things that took me here, I think that's something that's going to have me as that player I am, and get even better at those things. Being that winger that they brought me here for, and that I know I can be. So I'm just trying to elevate my game even more and be better this year. The high point of your offseason was signing. Probably the low point is the scare that you had. How is your wrist, and what was that kind of whole craziness kind of like? Really scary, obviously. I was really lucky too. It could have been way worse than it was, and it's a freak accident that happens when we don't think it's gonna happen. But obviously it's one of my scariest things in my career, I would say, and to come out of there and be that lucky as I was, I'm just thankful for that. Did it hinder what you were able to do as you got ready for this year? A little bit, for sure. It's a different injury. It's a difficult injury to deal with, and but at the same time, it could be good too. You get to rest some things and heal up some things that that you need to heal up, instead of just going. So I had time to reflect and to work on my game too. But obviously not the same amount of skating as I usually do, but still a good amount. We're entering in what feels like a new era for the San Jose Sharks. There's not many faces from the holdovers. Yeah. Ferraro's still here. How much different does the vibes feel around here when you first were breaking in and trying to make the lineup? It's really different. Obviously when I came in, it was 5 year first time, and 4 or 5 years, and now it's really different. Those guys are not here anymore. Burnsy, you got Carly, you got Cooch and Tommy and those guys, and now it's a different vibe, and we're a little younger, and we're really hungry to make something happen here. I think that's the common theme in our room there. Everybody's hungry to make something happen and be a better player as you were yesterday. What do you want it to mean to wear a San Jose Sharks sweater? Like if a free agent's coming in here, they put on the jersey for the first time, what do you want it to mean? It's got to be there's got to be pride in it. You go in every game and you work hard. You work really hard for the guy next to you. And that's what I want to do. That's what I'm used to when I grew up, and that's how I want it to be. You work really hard every day. You come into work. You're being a good teammate, and you go out there and you get better. Olympics, obviously it's a big year for you guys, but also us, NBC. It's on NBC, so we like that.
How much is that a motivation here for your first half, especially not being on that Four Nations team?
It's huge. Obviously, I want to make that team. I think, we have a couple guys in the team that could make it. So I really want to make it, and I want to make a good case for myself. But it's not going to be my only main goal that I have. It's one of those things that you really want it to happen, and I'm going to work hard for it.
Yeah, you, Wenny, Klingberg, you guys can push each other. Having a veteran like Klingberg, who's your own countryman, what do you think you can grow or learn from him?
Yeah, a bunch. He's been in the league a long time. Different teams, different coaches, different teammates. He's seen a lot of things, and I think that's something good that you, as a young guy, can take care of. And you can see what he's been through, and he can help you and stuff like that. But also, you can learn a lot from him. What's
your favorite thing about the Winter Olympics, aside from hockey stuff?
Yeah, it's like a big event, pretty much in the winter. Like it's in January, February. Usually the big events, I feel like it's in the summers and that type of year. So it's pretty cool that it's going to be really, a lot of people's going to be watching it, and that's a huge thing.
What is it about opening night that still feels and makes you feel like a kid?
I don't know. It's just the chills. You go out in the pregame tunnel, and everybody's just pumped to get ready, and you're gonna work so hard for the guy next to you, and that's something you got to bring every day, and yeah, that gets me going.
What is your most unique equipment quirk, or one that you've had a teammate or something that you've kind of noticed?
Equipment, like a thing to do?
Yeah, something weird.
I played with Fabian Zetterlund before. He used to tape the whole tape around his knob.
Oh, the whole
tape.
Whole roll.
Usually, made a piece of this, and there's a whole roll on it. I was like, shit, that's a big knob. That was weird.
Some theme nights, and then I'm also going to ask you about Swedish candy because I know about that. But our first night on air is WWE night. If you had a teammate to be your tag team partner, I think you might have been already asked that, but who would you pick?
Grunstrom, I think.
Grunny?
Pretty solid like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another night is Bay Area Unite, where they talk about other professional sports. I saw you were just at the Earthquakes game recently. What's your favorite sport to go watch as a fan?
I would say soccer is one of my favorites for sure. Yeah, soccer is probably.
You have a favorite fan memory that you've gone to a game or anything like that?
My home team in Sweden, local team there, it's so big there. Those derbies, the rival games you play against each other, those are so big. And when you watch those games, you just get chills from the stands and stuff. So those are pretty cool.
Another one is Next Generation. How did you originally get into hockey?
For me, my dad played hockey, so I think that was a big key why I started to play hockey. And my mom used to be a figure skater, so everybody was on the ice pretty much. So that's why I started playing.
So who's your hockey GOAT?
Hockey GOAT? Yeah, obviously Wayne Gretzky is the GOAT, but for me, growing up, I watched a lot of Pavel Datsyuk, I think.
Mm-hmm. Why is Swedish candy better than American candy?
It's better flavor.
Yeah.
It's more I don't know, it's just more flavorful, and it tastes better, and I can go on and on.
So everything.
What I think. But it's different what you think, but I think it's better. Okay,
so for fans who are going to maybe see this, if you could recommend 3 candies to try, which ones would you recommend to fans?
The gelé hallon is pretty good. It's like jelly stuff, and it's pretty good. I like licorice too. That's mixed feelings about licorice. I like salty licorice, so any salty licorice from Sweden, it's gonna be good. And Marabou milk chocolate, it's really good too.
Perfect, man.